Hey everybody, this is Gus from Askewed Reviews, and I'm doing a new episode of Creature Madness. Now, if you don't know what that is, my buddy Matthew over at Horror Madness has created a segment called Creature Madness. Now, what it is it's kind of like a book or movie club where each time we pick a movie, we all who are involved with it watch the movie, and then each of us does a review on it. Now, aside from Matthew and myself, the other members of this club happen to be Ryan, Bambi, Jen, Amariah, and newly added Ashley. So the creature feature that we all decided to watch this time around is the 2007 film Black Water, directed and written by David Nerlich and Andrew Trauke. This movie is also loosely based on true events that actually happened. So, the story for the film involves four characters. You first have a boyfriend and girlfriend, then you have the girlfriend's sister, and a tour guide who is taking the group on a bit of a fishing trip. Now, this story takes place in northern Australia, where the four of these people get onto this very small boat, which I'm entirely surprised it didn't capsize just because of the four of them being in it. But anyway, so they go down the river to a more secluded area to be able to do some fishing. This also happens to be an area where there are a lot of saltwater crocodiles. Now, as they begin to fish, a big giant crocodile comes up underneath the boat, flips it over, causing all of them to spill out and be somewhat separated. So immediately, this giant crocodile takes out the tour guide, and now it's just the three of them left. They climb up into some mangrove trees to try and keep away from this animal, but of course, they now have to figure out is it best to see if they can escape or wait for someone to rescue them in an area where nobody knows that they're there. So, this film was really good at filling you with anxiety because you're just wondering when this crocodile is going to actually get to them. Because, one, it seems to have quite a bit of a reach up out of the water, and two, it seems to be pretty smart and willing to be very patient. I would almost say this movie is part Jaws, part Tremors, but on a very small scale. So I did enjoy this movie, but there was something there that was just kind of missing for me that would have pushed it just a little bit more into my enjoyment, and I wish I could put my finger on it, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Like obviously this is a little bit of a lower budget film, but they honestly didn't make it look like it was. The crocodile looks great. I think they actually did use real crocodiles for some sections of this. And the actors weren't bad. They were okay. But yeah, so I think on my scale, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Now, if you did enjoy this one, there is a sequel called Blackwater Abyss. This one was actually really cool. I liked it a lot. Side note, by the way, if you're a big fan of the 47 Meters Down films, both of those movies remind me a lot of both of these films. All right, so here's the section of the video where I go over the tale of the tape, kind of describing more about the creature involved in the creature feature that we watched this week. Now, this time around, this isn't one that's supernatural or enhanced or there's something crazy about it. It's just a saltwater crocodile, which they do tend to be pretty big and pretty aggressive. This one in the film is supposedly about 15 feet long. I don't really have a section about weaknesses when it comes to this, as it's got the weakness of any other crocodile. You know, it technically has like an underbelly, which is a bit softer. It probably is attracted by movement and somewhat sounds that are within the water, but nothing that would be specifically considered a weakness. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Creature Madness. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the last episode of this that I'm going to be doing. And I mainly say that due to the fact that with the potential TikTok ban, our buddy Matthew, who has been running this, is not exactly certain what the future of this segment is. So if you want to see more Creature Madness, make sure to go and flood Matthew at Horror Madness. Here's his stuff right here, letting him know that no matter what, even if he moves to a different platform, that you would absolutely follow him and watch his content, because if he's interested and wants to continue this, then we'll be able to continue it as well. And of course, if you want to check out all the other reviews that we did for this film, just look up the hashtag Creature Madness. You can also see the other ones that we've done so far.